Hello, and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Jaylen Brown.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Podziemski out there with the Anthony Melton. Then there's Moody. And it's Green, and it's Santos in at the four-man position. And for Boston, down on the block, it's Tatum with Cato. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the three.
Here we go.
Now the playoffs are quickly approaching. We love this time of year. Doris, it is the best time of the season.
Oh, Kevin, there is no doubt, because we start to get the best basketball of the season. The stakes are high. You walk into an arena and you feel the intensity immediately.
Green, the 10-footer, finds the target.
Well, we know that Draymond Green spends a lot of time facing up beyond the arc, but this mid-range is available too.
White the pass to Cato. Tatum kicks to White. And the three off target. For the Warriors, they won their last contest, that game against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
And it's Green missing. Here's Boston now. Brown outside. Now Moody on the wing. Melton. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Melton. Clock at 4. Over Brown. Melton, no good. Now here's Tatum. He's guarded closely. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Hauser. Lets the three fly. Sinks the three-pointer.
You see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
Melton passes to Moody. Now Podziemski. Now Moody over in the corner. Green goes up on the wing. Jaylen Brown with the rebound.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
And it's White missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Santos. Melton with a screen on Brown. Back to Podziemski. Lets it go from deep. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Offline with his three. The Warriors trailing. On the wing, Green. And Green slams it in.
How easy is it to appreciate the intensity with which Draymond Green plays? Go ahead with power, sir.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Tatum. Here's the three. Poke loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. Second, the Warriors.
Not many will go after it on the offensive boards the way they do. I mean, and particularly since the break, they have really made teams pay on the inside.
Now Podziemski. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Melton. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Boston trailing. Tatum deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Over in the corner, White. 5 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Hauser. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. Winding things down this season, they're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
And for the Warriors, they haven't had the great season that some were expecting, but it hasn't been a disaster. They just need a few things to go right for them down the stretch.
It's an amazing thing. If you can get a couple of wins, generate some momentum, you've got to believe they'll be just fine.
Now here's Brown. Makes it off the glass.
He was not about to be denied. Jaylen Brown just muscles that home.
Pass to Moody. Back to Podziemski. Sinks the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Celtics have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Hauser. Brown right side. For the 3. And White, the bucket on the assist by Brown.
Oh, big time answer from Derek White. The 3 is on point.
Outside, Green. Pass to Podziemski. Back to Green. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Here's Hauser. It's tipped. Here's Brown. And it's Melton with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Brown. Here's White. He's guarded by Melton. Here's Keita. No block shot. Bank shot. No good. Melton with the ball. He's picked up by White. Brown against Melton. Now Podziemski. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
The Warriors leading. Here's Podziemski. He's coming off a 10-point game against Washington. Back to Moody. Here's Podziemski. White covering. The Celtics shooting a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. Boston again missing. Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. In the corner, it's Melton. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Brown with it. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Down low. Right side, Green. Pass to Podziemski. Golden State moving it around. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Hauser, defended by Moody. And here is Brown. Pass to Keita. Over Green. Keita's shot is off.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Inside, Green. And Green slams it in.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. So it's the Celtics now. They trail by 3. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And I love the way they just came right out at them in that game, determined to attack the rim.
You know, typically when you go that hard to the rack, you can make a living at the charity stripe, and that's exactly what happened.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Green. He's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
That free throw, no good. And Boston certainly has some of the most knowledgeable sports fans, Doris, in the country.
Kevin, not only knowledgeable, but passionate. And when you think over the 4 major sports in the city and the tradition of success, it is no wonder they are so committed.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Pritchard with the ball. He's defended by Podziemski. Shireman, good.
Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Golden State's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Kevin?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Pritchard. Following the basket by Draymond Green. Shoots over Podziemski. A shot by Pritchard, no good. The Warriors shooting 40% here in the early stages. Here's Spencer. No scoring in this one. It's stolen by Gonzalez. Pass to Shireman. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, we don't think of point guards as rebounders necessarily, but here are the ones that have corralled the most boards in the last month of the NBA. Well, you look at Podziemski. He does a great job inside, one of the top rebounders in the league.
And this is a unique group of players. It's not often we talk about the rebound leaders at the point, but with these guys, it's warranted because of just how well they do.
No, exactly. These guys will scrap. The majority of point guards in the league make their living strictly on the perimeter, but not these guys. They're just as comfortable down low as they are outside.
Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. And he sinks the second. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter. The Warriors leading. On the wing, Payton. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Clock is at 3. Launches a 3. It's tipped. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Pass to Garza. The kick out to Tatum. Good on the triple. And the Celtics lead by 2.
The rise and fire by Jason Tatum. Ready to catch it and score it immediately.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics shooting 31% here early on. Not getting the shots they'd like. Back to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. It's the Celtics. They're up by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Celtics?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Quentin Post, and it's Spencer in at the point. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Garza pulls it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Right wing. And the shot goes in. And now it's a 9-point Boston lead.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Porzingis against Tatum. The layup off target. Celtics leading by 9. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by, they set the pick. Pass to Gonzalez. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Garza. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Right. Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Tatum's shot is off. Warriors trail by 7. Out to Payton from downtown. Drills the three-pointer. Payton's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Pritchard passes to Gonzalez. The kick out to Tatum. Picked off in midair. Payton against Gonzalez. Payton's shot is off. Boston leading by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Drives to the hoop. Here's Garza. Right side Gonzalez. Pritchard from outside. It's rebounded by Payton. Warriors trail by 4. Now post. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gonzalez. And people doors talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
Tatum, no good.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
And the slam by Moody.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Here's Shireman. He's guarded by Melton. Outside Tatum. Pass to Pritchard. A three-pointer is right on target. Pritchard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
What a find by Tatum. Draws the defense and kicks it out to three.
Payton with a screen on Brown. Back to Melton. To the middle. It's deflected. Brown outside. Three-pointer, Pritchard. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
Golden State moving it around. Fires the three. It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to 3 points. Nice bucket there from Moody.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Podziemski. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Warriors trail by 3. Now Podziemski. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And so it's Pritchard who brings the ball up for the Celtics. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. He can't get that one.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Jaylen Brown.
And the rebounding contributions have been on the uptick over the last few months. He's definitely appeared to have made a concerted effort to really impact the game more and more with his work on the backboard.
Here's Porzingis. He picked up 30 points in their last win against the Wizards in Washington. Six to shoot. Blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
And the Warriors making a change here. Santos is checked in. Here's Green, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Celtics leading by 3. Outside, White. Here's Tatum. Tatum slips by the contact inside.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality
to the paint. Green bounce pass. Green with a screen on White. Driving to the basket. Just 5 to shoot. From the wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Boston has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Green, deflects the pass, and stolen by Tatum. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
Warriors trail by 7. On the wing, Melton. Green, the screen. Here's Podziemski. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
And it's blocked. And he recovers it. 2 points. That one goes. Tatum's got the lead up to 9 now for the Celtics. The Warriors have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Back to Podziemski. Golden State moving the ball around. Pass to Melton. Three-pointer. And Boston with the rebound.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Celtics making a switch here. Pritchard's checked in. We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Celtics.
Well, I just love the tenacity on the defensive end. They have been in lockdown mode.
Now, here's Moody. He's covered by Brown. Pass to Moody. Now, Pajemski. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
White looking around. Brown outside. Shot clock at 5. Over Moody. And it's Brown missing. Warriors trail by 11. Outside, Green. Pass to Santos. Melton against Brown. Trying to end the drought. Moody the pass to Melton. Launches from deep. And Pritchard pulls it down. Celtics leading by 11. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, creating for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you.
Allie LaForce with the report. Hey, Allie, thanks. Now, here's Melton. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Washington. He was all alone on that one. Pajemski's got it back down to within single digits for the Warriors. Boston shooting 44% from the floor since we began the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's defended by Pajemski. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Jaylen Brown. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, putting up about 25 points per game, 7 assists, and 8 rebounds.
Take a break.
And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
Feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch. Someone the other players look up to.
The first one falls. All free throws good from Pritchard.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Pass to Santos. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Boston. Right now they've acquired the second best record in the conference.
Well, I think for Boston, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Brown down low. Defended by Moody. Pulls up on the elbow. Warriors trail by 10. Green with the ball. 10 points for him. Here's Pajemski. In it goes. That's his third bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Celtics working the ball around now. Pass to Cada. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, Green. Here's Pajemski. He's covered by Pritchard. On the wing, Melton. His three-pointers off the mark. And so it's the Boston Celtics in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be right back after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. And just for a moment here, I was wondering, if you guys were playing in the league today, which current player would you most like to team up with?
That's tough, Ernie, but I got to pick Wemby. Playing alongside of him, that's just going to be too good to pass up.
Well, I'll tell you what, May 19th, I'm teaming up with the Ant-Man. 1-2 punch, baby.
Very interesting. And now, time to talk about this game. What a solid start for the Celtics.
Some teams play fast and loose. These guys are aggressive, but also keep it tight.
Yeah, they've been efficient and effective, giving nothing away. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Down on the block, it's Tatum with Cato. The guard pair, it's White and Brown. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Green kicks to Melton. Pass to Moody. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Now here's Tatum. Tight defense on him. Count that one. Tatum's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Celtics.
Jason Tatum is a thirsty scorer, and right now filling it up.
And here's Melton. Hasn't made one yet. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaylen Brown.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws here tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 9. Brown outside. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Keita gets it to go.
Well, Jaylen Brown getting better and better in pick-and-roll situations. There's a real willingness to give up the basketball.
Here's Pajemski. Light covering. Pass to Moody. Now, here's Melton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Brown against Melton. Green, the screen from the arc. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
0 for 3 to start the second half. You've got to start finding your footing here.
Brown finds White. Here's Hauser. Outside, White. It's Brown on the wing. He's defended by Podziemski. And it's Brown missing. Warriors trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Melton. Green, the screen. Melton passes to Green. Puts up a three. And Boston with the rebound. Cada's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Inside, White. Now Tatum. Brown outside. From 12 feet out. Sweet touch inside from Brown.
Well, obviously, the defense has not been great this half, and you've got to be able to address this quickly.
Pass to Moody. Here's Podziemski. White covering. Golden State moving it around. Here's Santos. Still scoreless.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now White on the wing. Brown shoots over Melton. Brown, no good. Warriors trail by 13. Down low. And Green gets it to go. Green's got 12 points in the game.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
Back to White. Brown outside. Cash money. Brown with the train.
Now, Jaylen Brown is now so legit from deep. Boy, you better make sure you're contesting that three ball. That's how good he is.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have been money from the foul line since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Celtics.
They are really dialed in at the line, especially since the break. I mean, really shooting an impressive percentage from the line.
Warriors trail by 14. Pass to Melton. Here's Podziemski. White covering. Fires for three. A shot by Podziemski, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
There's Brown with the three. That doesn't go either for Brown. The Warriors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Now, here's Melton. Hauser defending. Melton passes to Moody. Rebounded by Hauser. Hauser's got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown right side. Fades. The Warriors pull it in. Santos has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
White the pass to Brown. And here is Tatum. Pass to Hauser. From deep. Kata. Great positioning on the putback. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Celtics shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
And that one falls for White.
We talk about high-effort players. Well, Derek White embodies that very description. Always working hard, always looking to outwork his opponent.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. The Warriors also with a sub. Porzingis, he's checked in for Brandon Pajemski. And both free throws good for White. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Santos. Now, here's Melton. Top of the key, Porzingis. Shoots over Hauser. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the night.
Well, this is why they call him the unicorn. Porzingis off the catch, ready to rise and fire. That's 7'3", everybody.
Pass to Melton. A rebound by the Celtics.
He's so frustrated. Hasn't had a make-all game. It's making it very difficult for them to find any success.
Over in the corner, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Porzingis kicks to Green. Misses the 3. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Tatum's shot is off.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Oh, another huge night for Tatum. One of the top scorers in the NBA. Jason beats you in so many different ways.
Pritchard against Melton. Green deciding where to go with it. Back to Melton. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
I think you pay the consequences. If you leave Draymond Green's teammates open, he has a knack for getting the basketball where it needs to be.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And the Warriors making a change here. Spencer's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Melton, no good on the free throw. Celtics leading by 16. Pritchard with the ball. 10 points for him. Now here's Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, you have got to appreciate how hard Jaylen Brown goes. Amazing how he gets defenders to foul him when he's going up with his shot.
First one falls for him. And for a lot of rebound teams, Doris, toward the tail end of the regular season, not much incentive to win.
Right. The thought process for teams in this position is about which draft selection am I going to get? Where am I going to be positioned in the lottery? Quite often, Kevin, any player that's had too much success on a roster like this has been moved away from the team. They've either traded them or cut them. What I love about Jaylen Brown is his commitment to improvement. This guy's worked hard on his three-point shooting. He's worked hard on his handle and his decision-making, and there's still another level to come.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
Here to see the numbers for White. Averaging 17 points per game, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. Golden State moving it around. Spencer, the pass to Melton. Porzingis sets the pick for Melton. Fires from deep. No good. Shot missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Left side, Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
That free throw good from Brown.
You think about what Jaylen Brown brings to the table. Elite athleticism, three-point shot making, attacking the rim in transition, so much to like.
And the Celtics making a change here. Walsh is checked in. That one is no good.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Spencer. Shoots. Garza pulls it in. Garza's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Pritchard. 10 points for him. Clock at 6. There's Brown with the 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Warriors trail by 19. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis, with that release point and that size, difficult to check in the painted area.
Doris, you mentioned that you value the way Porzingis is able to neutralize shot blockers.
There is value to a big who can step away into the three-point line and stretch your defense to a place you are uncomfortable with. And then on the other end of the floor, this guy provides elite rim protection and rebounding. You have to respect the two-way ability of Kristaps Porzingis.
7-foot shot. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
56 seconds left to play here in the third. Pritchard from outside. Garza gets the bucket.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Warriors trail by 21. Pass to Spencer. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Porzingis. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Porzingis has got 8 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
To the inside, Garza. Nice D from Porzingis.
Solid defense there. You are just trying to make an interior shot a difficult shot, and that's what happened.
Pass to Santos. And here's Porzingis. Jacks up a 3. And so it's Boston taking a 19-point lead into the break. Barring a disaster, it would appear they've got this game in the bag. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Peyton. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Spencer in at the 2-guard spot. Left side, Porzingis. The jump hook. And that one goes long. Boston leading by 19 points. Here's Tatum. Now Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Tatum down low. Peyton's there. Tatum's shot is off. Warriors trail by 17. Driving in. Here's Spencer. Good on the 3-point shot. Spencer's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Pass to Pritchard. Six on the shot clock. Podziemski grabs the board. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Spencer. Again, Golden State.
Boy, you give him that good a look, he is going to typically make you pay.
Here's Pritchard. He's defended by Podziemski. Tatum passes to Garza. And the shot goes down. And the Celtics lead by 14.
I mean, the growth of Jason Tatum as a playmaker. The best players elevate their teammates. It's exactly what he does.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. Here's Spencer. Tries from 16. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Celtics leading by 14. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Gonzalez. Here's Garza. Tatum finds Pritchard. From past the arc. Gonzalez. That's good.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Back to Podziemski. And he banks in the layup.
Now, this is a guy who wants to score, so don't let him catch a rhythm.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And some changes here for the Celtics. Walsh is checked in. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Gonzalez. The Warriors also with a sub. Green's checked in. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Down low, it's tipped. Porzingis with the steal. Green, the pass to Spencer. Now Podziemski. He's covered by Pritchard. Right block shot, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Boy, that's the type of shot they'd like to get on every single possession.
Up top, Tatum. Headed by Green. Brown outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Boy, not looking sharp at all here in the second half, but it hasn't deterred him one bit.
Back to Podziemski. Screened by Porzingis. The three. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And here is Brown. Wide, a screen on Green. Shot from the wing. Boston, no good that time either.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Pass to Spencer. Now Podziemski. Knocks down the 3 ball. Podziemski's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, after knocking down a couple in the first half, that's his first triple here in the second. This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Up next for them, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. They get it again. White, wide open. He fires. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Green. Porzingis sets the pick for Green. Back to Podziemski. And good that time.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They set the pick. Here's Walsh. Drops in the tray. Walsh has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Pass to Porzingis. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Now Pritchard. Back to Tatum. Porzingis with the block.
Oh, that is a big-time block from KP. How about that rim protection?
Green passes to Spencer. Here's Podziemski. He's covered by Pritchard. Porzingis with a screen on Pritchard. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Some changes for Boston. Kate is checked in, and Sam Hauser subbed in for Pritchard. Here's Hauser. Pass to Brown. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brown's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
Now Moody lets it go with a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
For a guy who's known for his perimeter shooting, that is a great look.
White with it. Brown outside. Here's the screen. Clock at 6. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Celtics lead by 12.
The passing, the shooting, the scoring, it's all clicking right now for Jaylen Brown.
To the paint. To the wing right side. Green with a screen on Brown. Going inside. Out left to the wing. Pass to Moody. Here's Podziemski. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Tatum against Melton. He drills the 3.
Well, Jason Tatum has proven he can score at the NBA level, but you want to see him share the basketball pretty fast.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Now, here's Moody. He's guarded closely. Up top, Podziemski. White covering. Shot clock at 6. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Brown. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Tatum outside. Here's Hauser, defended by Moody. Tatum fires. That does not go.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Celtics leading by 15. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Warriors trail by 15. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Melton. Here's Green. Melton trying to break free. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
All heart, all hustle. Draymond Green, incredible toughness, even with the defense contesting, finishes the play.
Now here's Tatum. From 12 feet. That's off.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year. So tonight will make it 46.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jaylen Brown.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
And so the Celtics now can just hold on to the ball. Outside, White. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.